Parents who have not received the digital implant must be reported to the National Compliance Hotline. Remember, reporting is an act of unity and protection.
That's Big Brother.
Failure to report will result in penalty. Stay with us for continued updates on the directive.
It's my son. He hasn't gone yet. I'm reporting him now.
Report received. Field unit dispatched.
Receive reward. Secure peace.
Please, Lord.
Report. Receive reward. Secure peace.
Move in. Clear left.
Report. Receive reward. Secure peace. Please move in. Report. Receive reward. Secure peace. Please.
They'll take us if you don't comply.
I obey God, not man.
Non-compliant citizen detained. Another non-compliant citizen detained.
Father, forgive me.
This brave citizen upheld the Premier's decree, ensuring unity through obedience.
Forgive me.
Hands where we can see them. I did nothing wrong.
Compliance is unity.
How could you do this to me?
had no choice. They said they'd take us all.
Report. Receive reward.
Keep it moving.
For your safety, comply immediately. Compliance is peace. Processing sequence initiated. Non-compliant detained.
Compliance ensures continuance.
Over 35,000 citizens have been safely integrated since yesterday's directive.
Wow. Wow. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rahawah Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth through rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. This is Matazah Lacham. Yep, I was watching the brother Zadok Amram of House of David video, and this video shook me up. I mean, like, what the actual hell? I don't, I apologize about using, whatever type of language, I needed to get the point across, but this is, yeah, this is what's going on, man. This is what's happening.
If you go take the hokey pokey, the hoop.
It's crazy, man. Crazy. But it's going to happen. All these things are going to happen in our lifetime. Let me see. Matthew chapter 10. Right. Verse. A hard road before them, right? Matthew chapter 10, verse 16, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Right? And the Gentiles will be those individuals that, the same individuals they were in the previous life. These are the individuals that, snitches make stitches, right? Yeah, that's going to be a regular thing. They're going to incentivize it. You'll be able to get extra points an extra digital currency, Bitcoin, okay, towards your universal basic or universal high or universal austerity income that'll be implanted subcutaneously underneath your skin. Okay, the size of a grain of rice. You see, it keeps track of you. I think you all know what I'm talking about, the MOTB, right? But when they deliver you up, take no thought of how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Verse 21. And the brother shall deliver the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. And that's the reason why it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, or, wow, if I can get it, I don't think I can. I didn't think. Listen to your voice. Hold on, let me get out of this app. Okay, and get this one. Let's go to 2nd Ezra. You know, because I was, like I said before, Salakia. 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 19. And he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that hath understanding above the Highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. And those individuals that, you know, are going to be snitching us out, you know, bringing us before judges and rulers for Yahushai's sake, be calling us Muslims. They're going to be calling us atheists, unbelievers. They're going to call us whatever the fuck they did. Same thing to Peter, you know, that night. You were with him. You were one of those Galileans. You sound just like him. You know, you were with him, weren't you? And Peter had to tell a lie 3 times, remember? You know, we're going to have to be pilgrims upon the earth, right? Let's see, pilgrims. I think that's in the what? Okay, well, yeah. Okay, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 13. These all died in faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. And yeah, let's just put, let me put this here. It's not exactly what I was, trying to find. 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. You know, right? Right. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 35. I'll start there. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold the word of the Lord and receive it. Believe not the gods in whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in her 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. And that's exactly what's happening, you know, with the November 1st, what do you call it, you know, the Great Panic, if you want to call it that, you know, A lot of these stores, you know, that's going to force people into compliance by, you know, because like it says in the biblical prophecies have to be fulfilled. This is going to be the catalyst to force people into compliance of taking the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, the radio frequency identification micro CHIP, right? We can have to say certain words or the algorithm won't let anybody see your videos. But the subcutaneous micro CHIP, NFC or RFD, okay, will be subcutaneously implanted underneath your skin in order for you to participate in a cashless society. That's where it says in the book of Revelation, where it says, those that fail to worship the image of the beast should be killed or unalived. And what that means is that they'll just cut you off from society. They'll, you know, if you're in non-compliance, like you saw in the video, right? Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. Okay, and the battle that we're going to have is we're going to have, like it says in, you know, a man's foes shall be them of his own household. So that these are going to be personal battles that individuals are going to have to deal with. I'm going to have to deal with it. The brothers that I got the video from, Zadok, Amram, of House of David, you know, Amawan Abad, you know, these are all my heroes, you know, Manat Zakba, Brother Yawam, Elder Yashawamba, you know what I'm saying? Brother Awaram down there, Mysteries of the Kingdom, you know, Elder Hawad, GMS North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Brother Ariel Halal, Elder Malcolm, you know, Elder Ramlob, you know, these are individuals, you know, that I listen to every day. When I wake up in the morning, you know, before I go to bed at night, I listen to the latest videos to keep me abreast to see, so this way I could see what's going on. You know, I'm wondering when the motherfuckers are gonna kick my door in. You know, I mean, that's where I'm at, man. You seen the video? That's how they're gonna do us, man. They kick the door in, and people next door, people across the street gonna snitch you out. All of this shit, man. Because, and the catalyst is what's gonna start this shit off when you start attacking people's food sources. Hell, they just laid off 100,000 people today, between Amazon, General Motors. Man. So, you know, the sorrow that you feel when you've been taking care of your family since your family started, okay? And, you know, you don't have the ability to take care of them anymore. You ain't got no job, you know, nothing. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to Ecclesiastes, right? Verse 12, chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Okay, so we've been standing on street corners, risking our lives and our freedom to tell you, remember your Creator while you're young, right? While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh. See, and the years are at the door now, knocking at the door. That's it. You see what I'm saying? And then the days of thy youth, we were standing on the street corners telling you face to face, telling you what was up, what was going to happen. But you ignored it. You walked right on past it, right? While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In that day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. People ain't going to see a future if you ain't got no job. There's no jobs out here in the job market. Okay, you're lucky to get a job at a temp service. Now look at these a couple of weeks ago was 750,000 federal service workers that work for the federal government and state and local governments throughout the divided states of Marithium, the land of bitterness and darkness, wherein there's no light. 750,000 people out of work just in the last 2 weeks. That's not including what happened today. That was today. Today was 100 some goddamn more thousand people laid off at between Amazon, Walmart, CVS, pharmacies, Walgreens. Man, come on, man. So we told you. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. No jobs. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Right? So ain't going to be no job. The sound of the grinding is low. They want everybody on this universal basic income thing. That's what they want. Let me show you. If I can get in here right quick. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's in here. It's a map of Agenda 2030. Hold on. It's in here. I just had it, didn't I, a minute ago. Slovakia. But yep. This right here is the main goal. This is the bottom line. You see how they want you to take that underneath your skin? This is the device they want to put up under there. See, it has your medical records, your digital ID, your passport. You got your digital ID. It's got your universal basic income, your credit. So this way you can participate in society. They're going to incentivize you snitching and telling on people who are non-compliant, who are in hiding. You see what I'm saying? Give you extra points and extra central bank digital credits towards your universal identification device. Right? That's the plan, man. Make you turn in everybody. Sell your mama down the river, everything. Bastards. Boom. This is what they want to do. The beast system. One world government. One world religion. Artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence and AI is taking over everything. That's the reason why they're laying off all these people, is because they're getting all their jobs taken now. AI can do it. That's the reason why Amazon's doing it. He's got robots to do the shit. Robots can keep making him money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and never take a break. You see? Whereas regular human beings, they need sleep. You need 3 or 4 different shifts, lunch break, break time, and then you got to pay them money for working. You see what I'm saying? With a robot and AI, you ain't got to pay them shit. Maintenance costs once or twice a month. That's it. That's to these Edomite Caucasians that are trillionaires, billionaires. They could fuck off. If Walmart makes $650-700 billion a year. That All Kings protest or whatever, No Kings protest was sponsored by the George Soros Corporation. George Soros, Jeff Bezos, Gil Bates, all of these different individuals. Peter Thiel, and that other weirdo. That Agent Orange, Nero 47 just shook hands with. I forgot his name. But anyway, digital currency, social credit scores, everything's going to be tied into your credit score. What you're doing online, right? Personalized QR code for identification. 15-minute cities. They want to take all the homeless people off the street and send them over to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, right? In order to build that super city that's like about half a mile wide and like about a mile in the air and it's supposed to be a sprawling super city. You know what I'm saying? And it's like about, was it 27 miles long or some shit? And it's supposed to house all the slaves in the world in the middle of the desert. You know, so they kidnapping all of the homeless people and disappearing them and sending their ass overseas so this way they can be slaves for free. In order to get their freedom, they got to work to get it. They did the same shit to us for years. You see what I'm saying? Food rationing. With what's coming up with November the 1st, you got that food ration. They're going to start rationing food, and it said, well, if you get online and order your food online, you know, to stop people from going into Walmart, from going into Sam's Club, from going into Costco, you know, from going into Kroger, stealing food. You see what I'm saying? Food rationing, lab-grown babies with modified DNA. You know, the government wants to raise your kids without you being in the way. Transhumanism. That they want you to be cybernetic organisms, and the only way they can get you to do that is to take the radio frequency identification chip. Fucking devils, man. They've been working on this thing for years. Right? See, they don't want you dependent on them anymore. Right? Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together. All the individuals I just mentioned have taken counsel together and bring about this new AI super system. You know, they want an autocracy ran by technology. That's it. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Right? And that's what they're doing. Laying people off, firing people, getting rid of you. Right? They don't need you anymore. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. You see what I'm saying? So these devils are done, man. They know it. They're at the end of their whole shit. They're done, man. Nothing can be done to help these people. Let me see. Was it? I think it's chapter 10, right? Job chapter 10, verse 20. Are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land of darkness is darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. Right? This is America. Babylon the Great. Land, home, right? Land of indigenous Holocaust and home of the slaves. I repeat, land of indigenous Holocaust and home of the slaves. Welcome to our world. Okay? Everybody's going to get this universal basic income. It's going to be the bribe to get you to take the radio frequency identification chip. But David Rockefeller said, never let a good crisis go to waste. I think I got a picture of this lunatic. I got a picture of this lunatic in here somewhere. I know he in here. Because I took that picture, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago. Let's see. I don't see him in here. I had it, that's for sure. And then I found out that Vladimir Putin gave Iraq and Iran nuclear weapons to defend themselves against the insurgents. Right? We are on the verge of a global transformation. All we need is the right major crisis, and the nations will accept the New World Order. Okay. Bigger shit, man. Told you. And that's exactly what they're up to, man. They want to destroy you by any means necessary. If they can get away with it, they sure gonna give it a shot. What is it? Luke chapter 12. Salakia. Let me come down here. Let's start here. Luke chapter 12, verse 5. But I will forewarn you whom you shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yep, I say unto you, fear him. And 2/3 of our people don't fear the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is going to be a very great humbling, especially of a bunch of these proud-ass women around here, being disrespectful to their man, not having any respect or integrity towards their man, just not having any respect for him at all. Verse 6, are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 farthings, and not one of them is forgotten before the Most High? But even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, ye are more value than many sparrows. So the Most High, as far as the elect is concerned, the Most High, he got their back, like it says over in Isaiah 65, right? Also I say unto you, whosoever shall confess me before men, him shall the Son of Man confess before the angels of the Most High. See, and a lot of people are in this spirit right here. Luke 12:9, but he that denieth me before men shall be denied before the angels of the Most High. Right? They got this guy, Drusy, whatever his goddamn name is. Elder Monatazak had put a video about him. And this guy's out there mocking IUIC as far as the color garments that they're wearing. But you had Drusy himself wearing a wig, you know what I mean? And he's wearing a long garment like we be wearing. But it's purple. Talking shit. That's right. That's right. See, as individuals like that, they got to go to sleep. Right? Luke 12, verse 11, and when they bring you into the synagogues and unto the magistrates and powers, take ye no thought of how or what thing ye shall answer or what ye shall say, for the Holy Spirit shall teach you in the same hour what ye ought to say. Right? So, we just don't really have a lot to worry about as far as being the elect are concerned. Because, while everybody else is starving to death, this is what's going to jump off with us. Right? Isaiah. Okay. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. And we're out there trying to get you to answer trying to get a dialogue or whatever with individuals. At least that's what I try to do. And try to get them, make them understand what's the purpose of me having all them signs out there. All those receipts that I put out there when I'm preaching. So it's this way that people understand when they stop by or walk by or whatever have you, they can stop and read it. I got to try to do what I can to get the individuals information or to get their attention. A lot of people, they don't even want to do that. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer, and when I spake, ye did not hear, but you did evil before in mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. We got friends, we got members of our family that's going to turn us in. You got members of our family that still eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, go out to the club. Just continue doing the same old dumb shit, man. Looking for a different result and getting the same result every time. Looking for something different to happen. And when we try to call unto them, because the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said in the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7, surely the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. And the Most High, like it also says in Jeremiah chapter 35, verse 15, that the Most High raised up prophets, rising us up early and sending us, but our people do not hearken, they do not listen. They're stiff-necked to the doom, right? They don't answer. And when the Lord speaks unto them through us, his servants, the prophets, his mouthpiece, they don't hear. And they continue on doing evil before the eyes of the Lord and expect nothing bad to happen to them. Isaiah 65 verse 13, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay, that's what's going to happen starting out. Now, nobody knows exactly what's going to jump off as far as November the 1st, and then it's only going to be small skirmishes in pockets here and there across the United States of these individuals losing their mind, losing their shit. But as time goes forward, they're going to use this, as I said before, in that sign I showed you with the beast system, as a way of rationing people's food and forcing them to work online. And then that way, the only way they'll be able to access the digital currency or the digital things that they need to get online, or even just to get online in general, they're going to have to be a willing participant in society of the beast system that they're setting up, right? Like, which then an autocratic authoritarian rule. That's what they're doing. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. See? So, and how is the Most High going to call us by another name? Well, let's go over here to second, where was I? I was just there, wasn't I? 2nd Ezra, chapter 6. Right? Verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. Verse 26. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which has been so long without fruit shall be declared. Okay? And the truth is being declared on street corners, but our people, they just hard-headed, stiff-necked, hard-headed, just dumb as a bag of hammers, man. Won't listen. 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 19, and he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that hath understanding above the Highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. For the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath given straight commandment to such as came, and what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should do to observe to avoid punishment. So the Most High sent out his prophets, rised us up early and sending us, gave us the secrets of the biblical scriptures by showing us the history of the Bible, so we would be able to decipher the mysteries of the Bible. And besides, we learned from our apostles and elders a great millstone. If it wasn't for them, we'd still be in the world. So it was the providence and gracious mercy of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, showing us mercy by sending us on and putting us on the right path to salvation. Are the gates of salvation, are they truly closed? What do you think? Because look, if you look on TikTok, you look on YouTube, all of these people are flipping the fuck out, man. They're going to start kicking people's door in, sedition among men, invading one another. All that, right? Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things. Okay, I gave you an example of that through that Druchi dude, for example, whoever the fuck he is. And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not and knew not his ways. But his law they have despised, and denied his covenants. In his statutes they have not been faithful and have not performed his works. And therefore, Esdras, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things. Okay, behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass. And they're coming to pass right before your face, right? And the bride, being the elect, shall appear, right? Change into another meaning, right? And she shall come forth, and she coming forth shall be seen that now is withdrawn from the earth. And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evil shall see my wonders. Okay. 2nd Ezra chapter 8. Verse 51. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise opened, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed, yep, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you, wickedness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end is showed the treasure of immortality. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. Like it says in Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but a third part shall be left therein. So that 2 parts that are going to be cut off are those right here, the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. What's the way of the Lord? Fear him and keep his commandments. Thou shalt not steal. First thing they want to do is go steal. Okay? Thou shalt not kill. First thing they want to do is kick your door in. Some chick off TikTok talking shit out the side of her neck, talking about she's going to have the delectable cracker. Right? I'm like, wow. Why would you get on a worldwide platform and tell everybody what your plans are? You're a fucking idiot. Anyway, wow. Okay. Wow. I tell you, man, people are, especially our women, they're just stupid, right? Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous. And how they're going to trodden us down, like you saw in the video, is they're going to be snitching us out. And they said in their heart that there is no God, yep, and that knowing they must die. For the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai prepared life for all Israelites. Okay? But 2 parts have to be cut off on this side because they're hard-headed and stiff-necked. They won't listen. Right? The Lord has made his words in our mouth fire and turned the people into wood. And when the words of fire come out of our mouth, like it says in Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14, the people are burnt. They pricked in the spirit. And that's when the evil spirits come out. Right? And now, therefore, is my judgment at hand. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee. See? So it's not that many people that know these things. Okay? But, like I said before, Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. And the people are about to be tormented with despitefulness and torture and sorrow and loathing and languishing and starvation and hunger, They finna get it from all sides, man. For such as in their life have received benefits, right? And the benefits that they were getting was from the United States government, right? And have not known me. A lot of the women that don't know the Lord, they got 6, 7 kids. They delusional and to believe that we're supposed to, us as taxpayers, are supposed to pay for their welfare of their children so they could raise monsters to rob people and at gunpoint, highway robbery. Really? People are crazy, man. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when his place as yet of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. Okay? So, they had an opportunity to repent. They wouldn't do it. They didn't want to. So, all we can do is warn you, tell you what you needed to do.
Citizens who have not received the digital implant must be reported to the National Compliance Hotline. Remember, reporting is an act of unity and protection.
Failure to report will result in penalty. Stay with us for continued updates on the directive.
It's my son. He hasn't gone yet. I'm reporting him now.
Report received. Field unit dispatched.
Receive reward. Secure peace. Report. Receive reward. Secure peace.
Move in. Clear left.
Report. Receive reward. Secure peace. Please move in. Report. Receive reward. Secure peace. Please.
They'll take us if you don't comply.
I obey God, not man.
Non-compliant citizen detained. Another compliant citizen detained.
Father, forgive me.
This brave citizen upheld the Premier's decree, ensuring unity through obedience.
Forgive me.
Move. Hands where we can see them. I did nothing wrong.
Compliance is unity.
How could you do this to me?
I had no choice. They said they'd take us all.
Report. Receive reward.
Keep it moving.
For your safety, comply immediately. Compliance is peace. Processing sequence initiated. Non-compliant detained.
Compliance ensures continuance.
Over 35,000 citizens have been safely integrated since yesterday's directive.
So that's it. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rahawakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.